Hello guys, welcome to Information 2 Software. I'm Hao Wen, and today I would like to introduce the installation and functionality of the i2Share platform. Before we get started, please confirm you already uploaded the corresponding i2Share.rpm package. To begin, we need to use MariaDB database, which is a relational database management system essential for i2Share to store data. We can install it via running the following command. Alright, once the installation complete, it starts the MariaDB service to activate it immediately with the command system control start MariaDB. And enable it service, then the next time we reboot the system, we don't need to start it again. We'll then set the password for the root user with MySQL secure installation. And it asks us to enter the password for the root account, but because it's our first time to install the MariaDB, so we don't have any password for that. We just click enter to skip this part. Then set your password and confirm it. And we can just leave the rest of the configuration as a default. So let's just keep clicking the Y or enter directly and finish the configuration for the MariaDB database. Alright, after configuring the MariaDB, let's move on to installing the i2Share service by the rpm-fah and the package of i2Share. Alright, then let's initialize the dedicated database that i2Share used to store this data. So let's log into the MariaDB as a root user. The password of the root user is a password you set before. So let's just click MySQL-u root-p and the password. Well, we need to run the i2Share database initialization script. This script can automatically create the required i2Share database and all the necessary tables. So we can use the source command to initialize it. It's source-data /data i2Share script. i2Share -db -init -4 MySQL 5.sql. Oops, there is mistake here, and let's correct it and run again. Alright, and now all the tables and the necessary database are created successfully. So let's just switch into the i2Share. Alright, and go back to our root system account. Well, with the database ready, configure the i2Share uses its built-in admin setup wizard. This wizard sets critical parameters like the service IP address or the database capability. So we can run the command i2Share -admin setup to set up this wizard. Well, about the name of the server, we can just name it as random, such as i2Share. And the IP of this server, we just need to enter the local IP address of this machine. In this case, my machine's IP address is 102.1.101.79. It's a path to store the i2Share data, and generally we can just click enter to set it as a default, and the version of the MySQL 8.0 or newer. Well, actually in this case we use MariaDB and not for the version 8, so we just select no. And we can set the rest of setting as a default, but also create the password for the i2Share account and check the configuration above. If you confirm all the configuration matches your expectation, just click enter to save it. Well, to simplify the process of registration, just for the Android client, and i2Share provides the method to generate the QR code. That includes the service version and the service access URL. And we need to just confirm the our version of i2Share server and memorize it, and we can use it to modify the configuration of the QR code registration as script later. Alright, let's just run the script as by command sh/data i2Share scripts etc and input the server version. It should be 6.1.0, and please note, let's just keep typing point and finish the rest of the subversion. Alright, the URL should be the http :/ and your local IP address. Now check the configuration above, then click enter to confirm it. Well, finally, configure the system firewall to allow the external access to i2Share. The service uses two specific ports, 8000 for accessing the web interface and the 8082 for backend service communication. Well, so we should release this port manually by the firewall -70 port equal to 8000. Set it as permanent. Then also set 8082 and reload the firewall. Alright, let's just start the i2Share service to make it active. Let's run i2Share -admin start. Okay, then let's check the process of the i2Share. Alright, now any i2Share process being initialized successfully, so we can go back to the browser and type the http :/10.1.1.1179 and the 8000 port. Then you can access your i2Share cloud platform successfully. Alright, let's go back to our environment. Maybe some customers they don't want to release a specific port 8000 and 8082 just for i2Share. So there's an alternative way to set the general 80 port and set the HTTP proxy to solve this problem. Then I would like to demonstrate the process of it. Okay, let's install and configure the Nginx service to act as a proxy for the i2Share. First, let's install the EPL, it also calls the extra package for enterprise Linux. It's required because the Nginx is not included in the default based repository of the EL7 system. So let's just install EPL release. And keep installing the Nginx. Oops. Alright, let's just start the Nginx service to activate it immediately and enable it automatically. System control, start Nginx. And enable it. Next, we need to replace the default Nginx configuration file with i2Share provided sample configuration template. First, let's just delete the old default Nginx configuration file via the rm-rf. Then copy the i2Share sample Nginx configuration file to replace it. And paste to the etc Nginx configuration. Alright, after setting up the base Nginx configuration, we need to configure an HTTP proxy for i2Share. Well, in this case, even if HTTPS configuration is also supported, but we just select the HTTP as an instance for demonstration. So let's just copy the i2Share sample HTTP proxy configuration file to Nginx configuration directory with us cp data i2Share. and paste to the etc Nginx. The path like this. Okay, it just open the copied proxy configuration file, and in text editor we need to modify some service address. We need to look for the $i2Share. And modify it as real local IP address of your server. You just delete it and enter your IP address. Then save and quit. And reload your Nginx service. Alright, next update the i2Share's internal configuration to match with Nginx proxy settings. First open the webhub setting.python file in the i2Share directory. And add the following configuration line at the end of file. Alright, the last one, we need to modify the sysnet.configure file in the i2Share sysnet directory to upload the service URL. Then let's just edit the data i2Share sysnet. Alright, let's just delete the 8000. And restart the i2Share service to apply all the configuration changes. Let's just stop the service first, wait 3 seconds to ensure it fully shut up, then start it again. Then reload the firewall. Alright, now we can just use only or IP address to access your i2Share. And the default, you should log in the i2Share with your system admin, system and /admin, and the password is already set default. You can use info2soft. And please note the letter I is uppercase. Alright, let's just try to log in it and enter the verification code BDRC. Okay, let's log in it. Alright, in this case, you can import your i2Share license. Before you do that, you should provide this identification code to your i2Share agent, and they will return you the license file. You can just upload the license file here, or just copy the content of it, then paste to this section. Click OK to upload the license. Alright, it's all the content of the configuration and the installation of the i2Share. Thank you for watching and patience. Next lesson, I will demonstrate how to use the functionality of the i2Share. So have a nice day and see you next time. Goodbye.